Welcome to Chilhowie High School and our virtual tour. As you enter the school, the first thing you'll see is our main office. Sitting behind the desk there is Miss Marchant. She'll be able to answer most of your questions and direct you to where you might need to go. And behind the desk down this little hall, you'll find Miss Harrington. She is our bookkeeper. So if you were to need change, she might be the person you'll see. The next office is our principal, Mr. Baker. Our conference room. So as we exit the main office and take our tour, I'll be guiding you to the right and explaining each classroom that we come to. This is our main lobby and our main thoroughfare. To the left are classrooms. Straight ahead would be the Ag building. Those doors would head to the Ag building. To the right, at the end is the cafeteria. But our first door is our guidance counselors. Here you'll find Miss Comer and Miss Blevins. They are the ones that will be setting up your schedule. So if you have classroom schedule questions, they should be able to answer those. The next door on the right is our athletic director, Mr. Halsey. He is also an Ag teacher, so you'll find him out in the Ag building or in his office there. In this doorway is a restroom. That would be the MIP room. And our school nurse, whom I'm sure you're probably familiar with, Miss Williams. So if you have problems, then you need to see a nurse. Hello, Miss Williams. This is where you'll need to go. Continuing on down to the right, this is our cafeteria. Again, you're familiar with this because we do share cafeterias with the middle school. And heading back and through this entryway to the right, you'll find our band room. Mr. Green is our band director. If you're in the band, you're familiar with this room as well. So if you have questions about the band, Mr. Green's office is just here. So we'll exit the band room now, and the next entryway to the right is our auditorium, the backstage of the auditorium, which I'm sure you're familiar with as well. We share this for assemblies. Chorus will meet here, as well as school plays. And back to the main thoroughfare. On the right, those doorways do lead you to the Ag building and the entrances to the auditorium. Here is our high school library entrance. We'll find here Mr. Robinson, our football coach, baseball coach, and Miss Wright, who works in the library. Hello. As we exit the library, we'll take the right down to the hallway of the classrooms. There's Miss Compton showing off a shirt. This is the middle school entrance, or middle school library entrance. Hello, Miss Compton. And the first room on the right belongs to our resource officer, Mr. Davidson. The next room is room 102. Mr. Keith teaches multimedia and computers, and also the assistant wrestling coach. You'll notice that all the doors on this side have even numbers. Miss Harris, a gym teacher, strength and conditioning as well. The next door is Miss Poe, consumer and family sciences. This is a second door that would just lead you to one of Miss Poe's classes. Our next room is Mr. Robinson, the history teacher. Also the football coach and baseball coach. Miss Compton, who we met in the hallway. If you have an online class or computer class, you may meet here. Again, on the right side, all the classrooms are even numbers. Room 112 is Miss Stamper. She does world history, parts 1 and 2. Our art teacher, Mr. Blevins. And classrooms on this side are odd numbered. As we exit that, to the right would be Mr. Holly's classroom. He teaches government. And then the stairways that would lead you up to the second floor. On this end of the hall downstairs is a girls' restroom. We have a boys' restroom on the other end of this first floor. And here we have Miss Hahn, who helps with English classes. And our next classroom is Mr. Johnson, a gym teacher as well, room 103. Boys' locker room entrance. It's the side of the gym. The girls' locker room is in the gym on the far side. And next we'll go into our gymnasium. Again, you've probably been in here several times. We share pep rallies and basketball games and so forth in the gym. And as we exit and continue on down, a second entrance to the gym. And the men's restroom, or the boys' restroom, would be here. Straight above it, on the second floor, they're just opposite. The girls' restroom is on this end, and then the boys' restroom would be on the far end. As you go upstairs, you could go to the left, and that will take you to our annex, what we call the annex. This is where the wrestling team practices. Also, baseball practices some of their pitching up here during rainy weather. And we exit to the second floor classrooms. That is the elevator, if you had needed to take that, a teacher workroom. The first room you come to on the second floor is Mrs. Goodwin, room 200, a computer lab, and used by Mr. Blevins, the art teacher, for the yearbook. On the right-hand side, you'll find the classrooms are even numbered. So our next classroom is room 202. Mr. Sturgill teaches business. This would be our assistant principal, Mrs. Russell. Her office is on the second floor. Continuing on down the hall, our next room is Mrs. Abbott, and we have Miss Tuggle teaches Spanish. And this Miss Widener, she is a counselor for seniors. Mrs. Barrett, she will teach 9th grade English, honors and regular. This is our warrior wardrobe. That's where donations are taken and given out. Mrs. Perry, she teaches French, 12th grade English. Mr. Fields' classroom would be there. He does earth sciences. And here we have a group of people. There's Miss Russell, Miss Compton again, and Mrs. Hill. Classroom. And Mrs. Adams. Yes, hello, Mrs. Adams. She helps with our math classes quite often. Mr. Roten, this is our math wing, does algebra functions and algebra. Mr. Adams, algebra 1 and 2, algebra 2. And Mrs. Dungan, she is in charge of the SCA, the Student Council Association. It does math as well, teaches math as well. Restrooms on this end, and then we head up, back up. This classroom is Spanish, one Spanish class for 9th grade. That would be a second entrance to this classroom of Mr. Young. And Mr. Young is math as well. And we have Mrs. Overbay. She teaches biology. Mr. Roberts in the biology department as well. Stairs leading back down. And here we have the boys' restroom. Miss Casey teaches English, room 205. Again, the numbers are odd on this end, on this side of the hallway. Mrs. Booth, English. There's Mr. Green, your band director. And as we head back down to the end of the hall, on this end is the ladies' restroom. Directly below it would be the boys' restroom on the first floor. So that concludes our virtual tour of Chilhowie High School. And as we enter the main lobby, we want to welcome you to the high school. If you ever have any questions, stop any teacher. They're more than happy to help you. And we're heading back to the main lobby and the office. So we would really like to welcome you to Chilhowie High School. Thank you.